we're back. This is Elliot and Jose coming to you from Dreamland Comics in Schaumburg, Illinois, here on CCW TV. Last Rants. That's where we're at, where Jose and I talk about something that we have either talked about in the past or something new. And this, before we get into Last Rants, I just wanted to hit this real quick. You guys are always asking about good trades to read. Darwin Cook's adaptation of Richard Stark's Parker the Hunter. This is the movie that was turned into the book that was turned into that Mel Gibson movie, Payback. Darwin Cook has adapted the original novel.
I actually heard that the director's cut, the Payback, was actually pretty good.
Well, I actually liked Payback, even the regular version. It was actually was better than I expected. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, and it was actually pretty good.
Have you seen the director's cut?
No, I've not seen the director's cut.
Because Ivy raves about it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This is good. Nexus Space Opera. This is a collection of what has turned out to be the final story of Nexus, done by Mike Barron and Steve Rude. Steve Rude, Rude Dude Productions, made an announcement not that long ago that Barron and Rude just had a falling out, and they just couldn't. It was like a Simon and Garfunkel thing, just
Ouch.
falling out, and there won't be any more. This is it as far as Nexus goes. So they brought everything together and kind of concluded the story arc. So if you're a Nexus fan, make sure you pick this up. And this would be a nice gift. For Christmas, for younger readers, if it weren't friggin' hardcover. Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers. Marvel took that stellar miniseries and put it together in a hardcover.
Oversized hardcover.
Oversized hardcover, collecting the miniseries, the Marvel Pets Handbook, and the exclusive Tales of the Pet Avengers. Oh, you know what? There's a lot of stuff they put together in here. Nice little thing. Although it would have been nice to see it in a digest, as you said, for younger readers. I'm guessing that it might come out in digest later on.
I guess you can look at it as a storybook since it's oversized.
Yeah.
So,
but this is a great. You guys heard us rave about Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers. So think of that for your holiday gift giving plans. So.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Well. We will. I want to hit this because, again, we can't stress enough. So much goes on the blog these days that we just don't get a chance to talk about here on the show. The blog tends to be a little more up to speed as far as timeliness on topics. We tape these episodes once a week, and it can take up to a week after we tape them for all the videos to be posted. So, yeah. Sometimes the topics that we talk about are a little dated. But on the blog, this man right here stays on top of things, and you'll find ranting about different things. If you've been missing Hulk reviews, you'll find them on the blog. If you want to see...
Every issue of Hulk that's come out since we started the blog, I've reviewed it. So. I know people are wondering where the Hulk reviews are on here.
They're on the blog. Your last Dark Avengers review... I was afraid for you for a while. I was afraid for you. I was afraid that Bendis had finally broken your soul.
Yeah.
But you fought through, man. You played through the pain. And you gave another great review. And if you have not seen what probably is the single greatest review ever of Giant-Size Old Man Logan.
You're still raving about that thing, huh?
Oh, I'm telling you, when I'm feeling kind of down... When the world is getting to me, I go to the blog and I read that review.
You know what I do? I read Ash Saves Obama, number 1 and 2, over and over again. That's what I do to pick me up every day.
Well, back at you, buddy.
Sorry. I'm tired. I'm really fucking tired.
He's punchy.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, what came up on the blog this past week... Marvel is taking the Captain America Reborn, Rebirth, whatever, Born Again.
The 5-issue miniseries that was supposed to be. And then we talked about them releasing, and actually in this video, the one-shot, who will wield S.H.I.E.L.D., which is going to take place after that.
And then they have expanded the Captain America miniseries by yet another issue.
So what was supposed to be a 5-issue miniseries now includes the Who Will Wield the Shield one-shot, and then has a 6th issue that they just decided to add on there. And then, on top of that, Captain America number 602 ships that month in January also. And it's not going to be $3.99.
And one of our viewers had asked me, what have I been thinking about Captain America Reborn? I said I've stopped buying it. I've actually stopped buying. It's been terrible. I've stopped buying the series mid-series. I've just said, you know what? And I know, again, we are totally the minority opinion right now because there are people out there who rave about this series and say this is Brubaker's greatest work ever.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, it's because
you fucking read Criminal?
Yeah,
that's his. Man, people like that more than Criminal. That is fucking sad.
They're reading. It's because they're reading it for free. I got to pay for my books, darn it. And for me to plunk down my money every week, this book's got to really justify it. And I don't know how you can justify expanding a story that you've known for the longest time, how it's supposed to begin and end. Why all of a sudden in mid-series they decide to slap an extra issue on it?
And for all you guys who don't check out the blog, I'll ask this question on here, so then you guys can put comments on here. I posed a question on the blog. How do you feel about initially being sold a 5-issue miniseries, $4 a pop, and then they added one shot, and then they added 6th issue out of nowhere? So now you're forced. If you want to finish reading it, you have to buy 2 more issues for $4 a piece.
Right.
They get the whole story.
So that's 7 issues at $4 a piece. That's 31.
No, it's $28.
$28.
I mean, if you were already into the series, you're already into it for $20. But now they're getting $8 extra out of you because they decided to expand the series, and that's kind of bullshit.
Well, and I've read on some comment boards people calling bullshit. But I don't know where I read this, but someone was calling bullshit on it, saying it sucked. But then that they were going to finish buying the miniseries and then stop there. I'm thinking, okay,
but that's the whole thing. If you don't stop buying the miniseries, then it's never going to teach Marvel the lesson. You can't fuck with people like that, and you can't just add it because then if they don't see a drastic sales drop, they're just going to keep doing it.
Right. Because Captain America itself. It's been in the top 5. You've posted that.
It was number 1. The first issue was number 1.
No, remember?
No, the first issue was number 1. The number 1 issue was in first place. Blackest Night was number 2. Issues 2 and 3 have been number 2.
Okay.
And Blackest Night has surpassed that. And Blackest Night is actually selling almost 40,000 copies more than. So the sales on Captain America have gone down quite a bit.
Yeah, but the market shares hasn't been affected as much because the book costs so much more. Right. And I'm thinking what they really should have done for fans of Captain America, I mean, if you were a Steve Rogers fan and you were waiting for this event to take place, they should have rewarded you by saying, you know what, we're keeping the book $2.99. We're going to give you... Okay, so yes, they throw in a couple extra pages of artwork with each issue, right? We're still going to keep it at $2.99. Dark Horse has released issues of Buffy where they had extra pages of artwork because that's what Joss Whedon needed to complete the story, but they didn't raise the price of the book. They didn't raise the price of the book. And why this would happen even now when they're part of a friggin' multi-billion-dollar media conglomerate. It's not that they need the money.
Here's the thing, though. It's like, how far in advance are they fucking writing these comics? Because I always was under the impression, ever since Civil War, that Marvel just flies by the seat of their pants. That where DC actually has... Well, Marvel says that they have editorial meetings. I guess they just had one.
They had a retreat.
Retreat. But, you know, when you look at DC stuff, you can tell that they're plotting years and years ahead. Now, if Marvel knew that there was going to be a 6th issue of this Captain America series when number 2 shipped, why didn't they tell everybody then?
I don't...
there's already been 3 issues already shipped.
Yeah.
And the 4th one's already late.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand...
You can't do that. You can't ship 3 issues and then say, hey, guess what? We're going to add another one on there.
And if the book is running behind, why add more material to a series that's already running behind?
Yeah.
You know, Brian Hitch is not known for being the fastest artist in the world, and a while back the whole thing happened with Fantastic Four, where he had someone in his family was having health problems, and that derailed him.
That's Mark Miller, wasn't it?
Was it Mark Miller?
I think it was Mark Miller.
I thought it was Brian Hitch. Okay.
I don't know.
So in either case, somebody was having personal problems. Fine. That as a human being, I sympathize. But there's still the business aspect that you have to look at. And if you have a creative team that is known for falling behind on its work, why push the finish line back even further?